Everything the nation has stolen or the locals have eaten is about to be restored. Everything the locals have eaten is about to be restored. When? When are we about to see that? We are standing in long queues awaiting the new dawn of a country. It could be a retirement or the changing up in power. Come what may, as to our democratic credentials. Liberia, stop being River Winkle. Wake up from your slumber. The man who slept for 25 years. And when he woke up, America was far ahead, more than what he left while he went to sleep. Come on, Liberia. Come on, turn yourself into a moving train. Anyone who stands in the way of your forward march, come on, let's crush them.
Oh, Liberia, God says you are on the rise, but all of we shall hearken to this command. It is then that we shall rise, we shall pursue, we shall overtake, and we shall conquer all of our adversaries, and we shall shout at last. The Lord reign forever, the Lord stand forever. Oh, long live flow our land and our sea. This journey never aborted forever. And shout for the Lord.
So that's what we're doing here, exactly, shouting for the Lone Stars banner. Oh my goodness. Give me Liberia and take the rest of the world. So, but you told us we're going to eat the fruit of our land. What has happened? Liberia is on the rising. Good afternoon to you. This is State of the Nation. It's on Wednesday. It's the 30th day of August 2023. And we are at 41 days to election. And nobody dares doubt this one. We are 41 days to election. Tomorrow marks it to 40 days. The National Elections Commission is electing that it is left with $3 million, a little over $3 million. The government's supposed to remit to it for the conduct of these elections. I'd like to commend the government for taking a giant step to hugely supporting, financially supporting the National Elections Commission. Of course, it is your responsibility, but you know, when my children eat every time, when they eat every time, they will wait, they will wake up and give me, thank you, daddy, thank you, daddy. And it's my responsibility to feed my children. But the children also see it as a responsibility to acknowledge or to appreciate the twists and turns that we go through to have them felt. The National Elections Commission, we like to tell the government thank you. Though you didn't have you didn't have a choice whether to provide the money or not. You had to provide, but we have to appreciate the effort. So this afternoon, I'd like to welcome you people on State of the Nation. It's 15 minutes up to 3 o'clock. And my co-host, Magdalene, is just around here. She just walked in studio and is trying to pull one or two things. She has been out meeting presidential candidates, distributing their invitation for a debate organized by State of the Nation. Look at the name itself, State of the Nation, State of the Republic of Liberia. And she just returned from out and about, and she's going to give an update. As a matter of fact, we've just halfway agreed with the Liberia Public Radio. They want to partner with us in conducting these debates. They were just in my office under 30 minutes ago. We had a wonderful time, and it's going to be great. In fact, as a matter of fact, the founder of the Public Radio is going to be here on tomorrow, just about this time, so we can talk a little bit about the background of public radio and how the public radio intends to partner with the State of the Nation, of course, on Truth FM 96.1. Madeline, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine.
Yes.
You look so excited this afternoon.
Oh, no, I'm not as excited as you.
Why?
How are you?
Why me?
What's coming up from the field? You just out and about.
Yes, just on the field and went to distribute communications to presidential candidates.
Okay.
So it continues up to the end of this week. So because 20 candidates, right?
20.
20. Okay.
Holding everything constant.
Yes.
20.
So yes. So the rest of them will be delivered before the weekends. So just to inform you on Councillor Tiawon Gonglo, your communication is in. Madam Sarah Yanti, your communication is in. Dada Clarice Monimba, your communication is in. Mr. Kamara of ACO, your communication.
Lucini Kamara.
Yeah, Mr. Lucini Kamara, your communication is in. And then Mr. Kumis, Mr. Alexander Kumis, your communication is also in. And then the Grassroots Party, just leave out his name. His communication is already.
Dr. Wapo.
Okay, your communication is in as well. So,
no, Dr. Wapo. Sorry, Dr. Wapo is on vote. Yes, go on.
I will find you. Yes, so your
where I am now, I can pay any fine. What? Yes, I can pay any fine.
What?
That is the precondition is accountability. Oh. Corruption
it's a viral disease.
Corruption is a viral disease.
It's a viral disease.
Where is the something? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being out. And yes, so
it is to benefit those who temporarily involved.
Just temporarily.
Temporarily. Temporarily.
Reverend Alexander Colley, we have to send your invitation letter via WhatsApp. Send you an effective use of WhatsApp app on between you and I. And you've been one of the persons. You've been one of the persons who have been on my back. Where is my letter? Where is my letter? And trust me, the letter is going to come just before 5 o'clock, or just after 5 o'clock when we shall sign off. Okay, so today where are the steps? Gabon coup. Gabon coup. The situation there is fluid. We hear from the BBC. And before that, we will have to talk about the University of Liberia. And this is what happened there just this afternoon before we came on the air. This is it. I just got a text message on the chat from a student says students are demonstrating on the campus. And I said, for what? He said, for admission letters, chairs, and other issues.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? And pictures are available to us. The campus was running helter-skelter today, and students were seen with chairs on their head moving towards. Come on, for God's sake, my people. I wish I had money. I wish I had money to buy 10,000 chairs to deliver to the University of Liberia.
Yeah, but you're not recharging the government.
Yeah?
You're not recharging the government.
No, please take that call.
Yeah.
Do it outside.
I wish the person that won't participate.
No, just please take it. I wish I had that money to buy 10,000, because if you have 5,000 students, or maybe make it 20,000 chairs. 20,000 chairs. Man, university, then you have these officials of the university in their Toyota Prado. Each of those Prados will cost somewhat around 35 to 45,000 bucks. Yeah, you imagine that, man. What's happening to this country? Do we deserve this one? Do we deserve this one? No, we don't. So we will talk to someone from the University of Liberia, and we'll also play you the video as it is on YouTube. I decided not to download it. I'm going to play as it was. It is on YouTube. Bombing County embarrassment to President George Weah, and the larger portion of it, the sitting Senator Maurice G. Situma. And we'll talk about the list. There is a list on social media of at least 29 people on the presidential delegation headed towards the UN General Assembly next month. I've talked with the press secretary of the executive mansion. He has refuted that and termed it as a fake list. But we will read the list out to you. Maybe we will have to call the Roberts International Airport to give us an update on the investigation of those who leaked out a private video recorded on the former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Imam Bouaka of the Unity Party. Those and much more. And at 4 o'clock, at long last, we're going to play host to Garrison Yellow of Nimba County and of the Coalition for Democratic Change. Thank you. That is it. In our absence, I did what I don't do usually. This is the lineup.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, that's just what you wanted?
Yes. I just wanted you to tell me thank you. So
yeah,
tomorrow,
I appreciate.
Tomorrow, it's going to be representative candidate debate here on State of the Nation, 2 hours. T. Wanake, Smoke Collie, Kofi. I'm trying to get the names, and all other candidates who want to participate that we've not reached. Please,
including the incumbent.
Incumbent. I've texted him and still no reply. So I'm not going to be bad about that.
Yeah, just be on record.
Yes. So if you want to, unfortunately, we have only a 4 seating capacity in the other side of the studio, and yeah, but we will have the debate on tomorrow. It was postponed the last time. We couldn't get. Okay, Patrick Kumaya for the second time has given excuse that he can't make it. The last time he said it was Jamie. Today he said through his spokesman Mike Timber, he said he's not well. Well, and I said, well, I hang my flag. I'm not going to seek any more platform with you in debate. Maybe you can come one-on-one so we can have this discussion. But on the debate issue, no, I'm not going to. And we intend to go from one district to the other. District number 17 next. We come possibly in the City Hall of Burrowville. Yes, just in the Silver Compound in Burrowville City, Muscatine County. All of the debates will be on air and online, courtesy to the Advanced Media Consultancy and the management of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated, partnering with the Liberia Public Radio.
And we anticipate. Can we leave leave it open? We anticipate more partners, those who are interested.
Oh yes, we can, especially businesses, because we're operating online. The Liberia Public Radio is widely. It is the diaspora #1 in terms of news and information coming from back home, right? So it is a platform. These
Yeah.
debates are, and of course, the biggest private radio station, 96.1. They are all platforms where you can sell your goods and services through advertisement. We
Yeah.
are open for that, and so let's.
So before
Yeah.
before you can take Orange, the
Mhm.
best GSM company. Why you looking at me like that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean Orange is just the best. So okay, we'll have some consultative meeting before we bring it out to the public.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, but yeah, Orange remains the best, the very best GSM company in Liberia, and I mean there is no match. Trying to get my hands on another package Orange has released, and this is it. It's called More Weight Tomboy Monthly. They have Tomboy weekly. They have weekly and monthly. So you can have megabytes. $2,
Mhm.
just $2. You can get 2,200 megabytes, and then for $5, you can get 6,500 megabytes, and $10 card for 15,000 megabytes.
Mhm.
So this is for a week. This is a new package called More With Tomboy Weekly. That's 7 days. And then the monthly, $5 for 4,500 megabytes. Lover of megabytes of internet. And $10 for 11,000 megabytes. 25 $25 for 30,000 megabytes. Yeah, so that is it. And when you recharge, you can star 352 hash, and then you will have option, so you can subscribe to all of these packages. So yes, make use of the opportunity. If you are just coming in the country, we'd like to say welcome. And you can also get your Orange SIM card. Yeah, get Orange SIM card, or get Orange SIM cards for you and your family. And you will get all of these benefits as well. More innovation. And thanks to Orange Liberia for being very, very innovative. And every other time they are coming up with something new that's coming up again. Or rest assured, it will be disclosed to the public in as soon as possible time. But
Okay.
for now,
Thank you. So this is Orange Liberia.
Views on, views on, views. 20 better of all prices. Adiao, adiao. Techno and all. I don't use my phone. Oh, play yao. I get it my. You saw it.
We have the best deals, offers, and promos. Purchase from any of our stores and POS around the country and enjoy the best mobile coverage certified by Ookla. Second time in a row brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Views on, views on, views. 20 better of all prices. Adiao, adiao. Techno and all. I don't use my phone. Oh, play yao. I get it my. You saw it.
We have the best deals, offers, and promos. Purchase from any of our stores and POS around the country and enjoy the best mobile coverage certified by Ookla. Second time in a row brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Raptor, fast-speed internet, and forward data pack. I have no excuse to not get one Raptor in my house. Yeah, let me run now to put it for me and the family.
Get your home internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer.
Okay, so our first tab is in Gabon. The latest news on the continent of Africa. Gabon, a country along the Atlantic coast of Central Africa, has significant areas of protected parkland. The forested coastal terrain of its firm Lagoon National Park shelters a diversity of wildlife, from gorillas and hippos to whales. Lope National Park consists of mostly rainforests. Akanda National Park is known for its mangroves and tidal beaches. Capital, Libreville. Official language, France. Currency, Central African CFA franc. Continent, Africa. Population 2.341 million. 2021 World Bank. Darling code is +241. Gross domestic product is 20 billion, 20.22 billion. Sorry, I didn't know to record that. 20.22 billion USD, 2021 World Bank. What's happening in Gabon? What is on in Gabon? Earlier this morning, the rest of Africa woke up to the news about a military coup in the Central African country of Gabon. Apparently, it has brought to an end 53 years of rule by one family. This is the BBC with its latest coming in from Libreville. Oh, no, man. NPP. Yeah, man. Anyway, I thought I got this thing. How would just dismantle all of these things? Yeah. Okay, but first, let's find it. The biography of the president. One time, the longest serving president at the time for Africa, Omar Bongo, whose son succeeded him and was overthrown yesterday. We got something to tell you. Just hold on. Let's have this one.
The man who ruled Gabon for 42 years. At the time of his death, Bongo was the longest-serving head of state in Africa and the longest-serving head of government in the world. Omar Bongo was so successful at the art of holding on to power that by the end of his life, there was no one left in this country with enough authority to pronounce him dead. It took more than 24 hours for the death of the 73-year-old president of Gabon to be confirmed, during which time there were no less than 3 official denials from the West African nation. Bongo was also one of the richest presidents in the world, and reports show that he had 33 luxury properties in the French cities of Paris and Nice. Let's look at how Omar Bongo managed to hold on to power for 4 decades. If you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe as well as to like and share if you enjoy the video, and to click the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any new uploads. The youngest of 12 children, Omar Bongo was an intelligent and ambitious young man and chose the only career open to young blacks under French rule. He became a junior clerk in the colonial administration, followed by a stint in the armed forces. Bongo was an Air Force lieutenant when Gabon won independence in 1960. After spending time in the French Air Force, he returned to the newly independent Gabon, where he served in the cabinet from 1962 to 1967 and as vice president in 1967. He was granted presidential powers in place of the ailing President Leon Ba in February of 1967, and when Ba died on November 28 in that year, the presidency passed uneventfully to Bongo. He became president at the tender age of 31. This was an era when France made no effort to disguise its direct influence in its former colonies, and by the same token, African leaders did not pretend to conform to democratic norms. Bongo was an ardent Francophile, and he was also happy to strike a favorable bargain with the old colonial power. He gave the French oil company of Aquitaine privileged rights to exploit Gabon's oil reserves, while Paris returned the favor guaranteeing the young president's grip on power for the indefinite future. France kept its military bases in the country and a contingent of paratroopers under Rod Bongo's rule. He trusted no one but the French and his own family. He duly made his son, Ali Bongo, defense minister, and his daughter, Pascaline, foreign minister. Ali Bongo would go on to become the president of Gabon after his father's death. In March of 1968, Bongo decreed Gabon to be a one-party state. In the 1973 elections for the National Assembly and the presidency, Bongo was the sole candidate for president. Him and all his PDG candidates were elected with 99.5% of the votes cast. On the 22nd of May 1990, after strikes, riots, and unrest, the PDG Central Committee and the National Assembly approved constitutional amendments to facilitate the transition to a multi-party. The existing presidential mandate, effective through 1994, was to be respected. Subsequent elections to the presidency would be contested by more than one candidate, and the presidential term of office was changed to 5 years, with a term limit consisting of one.
Okay, so that's just a batch of it on the profile of Ali Bongo, whose son was overthrown yesterday. And this is the BBC's report up to the time we came on air.
Ali Bongo is reported to be under house arrest along with members of his family after army officers claimed they've seized power. They said they were annulling the results of Saturday's election in which President Ali Bongo was declared the winner. This is the moment the military made the announcement on national television.
Au nom du peuple gabonais.
In the name of the people of Gabon and as guarantors of the institutions, we have decided to defend peace by putting an end to the current regime. To this end, the general elections of the 26th of August 2023 and the truncated results are cancelled. The borders are closed until further notice. All the institutions of the Republic are dissolved.
Sont annulés.
Well, now let's cross live to Michael Amoa, who's a visiting senior fellow specialising in politics and international relations at the London School of Economics. Thanks very much for joining us. Let's start with the basics here. Gabon is a country that we don't talk about every day here on the BBC. What exactly is going on at the moment?
What exactly is going on at the moment is actually that there's been a recent election, and it would appear that the military are not quite happy about the results that have been announced. They are quite definitive that it was rigged. Now, Gabon has a history of, the Omar Bongo family, the Ondimba family, ruling for several decades. Omar Bongo Ondimba ruled for 42 years, and afterwards his son was imposed on the country, and he is now attempting his third consecutive presidential term, and they're not quite happy about it. And what usually tends to happen in Gabon is that after the elections, internet is shut down so that opposition parties are not able to collate independently the results, and the government announces what they wish and get on with it. And I think this time, the country has had enough. The military decided that they would have to intervene, and that's what's happening at the moment.
Tell us more about Ali Bongo and his family.
Well, Ali Bongo began to rule sometime in the 1960s, and he ruled for 42 years. And there are a couple of French military bases in Gabon, and the agreement was that anytime there was an attempted coup, that the military base will intervene on his behalf. So he managed to hang on for 42 good years. And afterwards, when he died, his son was, by the influence of France, his son was imposed on the country. And because of the military might on base, it has been impossible to really get rid of him. And I think that he's done the 2 terms. The son, Ondimba, has done the 2, Ali Bongo has done the 2 terms, and it would appear that he has attempted the 3rd term, and even the 3rd term, the citizens are quite definitive that the election has been rigged. And they thought that there has to be a way of intervening to stop the Omar Bongo monarchy, as it were.
Michael Amoa from the London School of Economics, thank you very much for bringing us more insight on that developing story from Gabon.
Okay, so you heard the latest development from Libreville? This man's father ruled for 42 years, and when he died in office in 2009, his son was imposed on the people of Gabon with the help of France. And as if it is a democratic institution or setting, he conducted an election, and on the day of announcing results, he cut off the internet connectivity. The rest of the world, those who were outside of Gabon, including us in Liberia, who wanted to learn lessons from what happened literally in Gabon, we were cut off. Then he announced the results. The election commission announced the results almost 12 midnight, Gabonese time. And then the military said, enough is enough. Well, you came to power. You were forced on the people. We let it go. You went to an election. You rigged the first one. We let it go. This one, what made you to cut off the internet? No international observers, no civil society organization, and you arrogated power unto yourself and declare yourself winner, winning at least 60% of the vote. Let's leave Ali a little bit and go to his father. You know how he killed the opposition? He killed the opposition by bribing the opposition millions of dollars when you know you are so close in becoming the president of Gabon. He gave you millions of dollars to back off. When his father was in power, his daughter, Pascaline, was the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And this Ali Bongo was the Minister of Defense. The way Koti can say, oh, that you want to get Komo in your house. But, come on, who told you that? This is not the civilized Africa that we've envisaged. Man, where is Kwame Nkrumah? Where is Patrice Lumumba? Where is Julia Nyerere? Where is Thomas Sankara? Yeah, our man Todma was here dining and whining with the West while Africa was struggling for. And in any history, you didn't hear about fighting. Well, you don't hear. But this is the point that we try to strike. Yeah, what lesson has Africa learned from this one? Where is the AU? I've not heard a single statement from the AU. And there's a reason. Let me try to Google it. Maybe it has come up. There's a reason. The AU is embarrassed. Because you sit there, somebody messes up, you take no action, you can't interfere in domestic affairs. Now, it is a concocted movement by regional bodies or continental bodies like ECOWAS to always make the military look bad. I personally, this platform condemns military takeover. Repeatedly, we've said this, but you know, I believe in the physics, in the study of physics that speaks about the elasticity limit of rubber. If you stretch rubber, it will stretch, it will keep stretching, and it will reach to its limit, elasticity limit. And if you force it, it's going to cut. I've not seen all, but in Africa, these are some of the reasons. But you know the good thing about it? Africa is not witnessing any bloody coup anymore. You sit there, you change the constitution. When people resist, you shoot at them. You change the constitution to keep yourself in power. The military takes over. The only problem I have with the military, come on, the interval, the transitional interval to democracy can be too long. May you get such person off, and call on the international community and arrange election in 1 year. We go back to our barracks. Come on, who told you say it is only you? It is only you that God has given that knowledge to be president of a country. So he's been put on a house arrest. He and his family. He has a French wife, a white lady. No wonder he's backed by France. And nobody knew what was happening in Gabon until the military announced that it has taken over and placed the president on a house arrest. The military said the elections were rigged. And to further demonstrate that, there are pieces of evidence that this president was not a choice of the people, but he imposed himself on the people, and worst of all, he cut the rest of the world off to execute his clandestine move. The State of the Nation condemns military takeover in Africa, but State of the Nation also calls on continental bodies, regional bodies, sub-regional bodies to put aside this repeated excuses that is an internal affairs matter. But how come when this thing happens, then you want to interfere? You don't let us prevent these things. Okay, listen to this one. Which one are you looking at? Where? Listen to this one. Then you gotta know what I'm talking about.
You got it?
I'm trying to find it. Okay, this is it. Listen to this Gambian politician.
Yeah.
Before setting up a unit or anti-coup d'etat unit in ECOWAS, it didn't need time that the African head of state or the ECOWAS head of state look into the reason why there are coup d'etat. What are the root causes of coup d'etats? Let them.
There's huge jubilation in the streets of Libreville. This is Africa. This is not the Africa. We've always watched and which. And I like to those of you who are in other countries and watching us online, I'd like to say, please copy the example of Liberia. We've got no reason why we should cut off the internet during the electioneering period. Got no reason why we should announce results midnight Liberian time. We got no reason to do that because we love ourselves and we remind ourselves of our tragic past. That is why Liberians have all said this country now is a moving train. Anyone who stands in the way of that moving train, especially moving towards progress, you're going to be mashed. You're going to be matched or smash. That is the latest news from Gabon. Now let's come home. I hope enough lesson is learned by citizens of AU member countries, ECOWAS member countries, and Mana River Union member countries, and SADC, Southern Africa Development Council member countries. Which just wait, we should learn lesson. Okay, so let's come home now. The last time I told you, I've got several videos or audio on what happened in Birmingham when the president we have visited. I decided not to play, so I went on YouTube. I got one. It is posted by LRB TV. So I'll play it verbatim, so that because your hearts are all hardened more than the Pharaoh refused the Israelites to leave, you will not believe. If I do anything and you'll say, I don't want to play it. But in this video, you hear President Weah, who left his seat to go and calm down the agitation by the people of Birmingham County. In this video, you will hear Senator Snow giving reason why Mr. Weah should be given a second chance. In this video or in this audio, you will hear Senator Morris Setuma being booed and rejected to even speak. In this video, you will hear an intervention from the president and Senator Snow. It is not me who did it. So this is it. So we need to do this one. That's the LRB, and they're asking you to subscribe on YouTube. It is there. Breaking news: citizens of Birmingham County disrupt President Weah campaign.
We have the right. You should not be shouting before anyone will speak. You have your vote. You know what to do, but that's not the problem.
Wow.
With the president
that speaks the truth in thee and not unique existing us. They can restore a frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the penalties to be? Just can you? Now
I want to say thank you. President Bola, are you here? somebody, are you here? Thank you. Thank you. So our nicest. Tommy Daniele carried all of the people of Tommy. I've come to you today to ask you to give the president a second chance. I've come to you today to ask you to re-elect President Weah. I said today, Jerry, that I will give the reason why I'm supporting President Weah. In 2017, that's when I said, I campaigned against President Weah in Bomi County. I even told her, if you don't vote for me, if you don't vote for my candidate, don't vote for me. Yes, I won. My candidate won in Senja, but I blocked all of this. And I told her that he will not make up the group. 5 years later, President Weah has proven me wrong.
The vision and the mission, the intention to the nation. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? What makes you lie?
It couldn't fair to come out and say what I thought was impossible, you made it possible. And that's why today I come back to you and say the mistake has been corrected, and that is why I will stand up with him and support him. I'm asking all of you who believe in me, who want to see a new Liberia, to join ranks and let's give President Weah a second chance. Hello, the people of Bobby. Hello, the people of Sende. Vice President, and what this? I know that brother
My people don't want to vote.
Okay, so that was Morris Situma, and this is how this video is posted on YouTube.
You wanna pause it?
Yes, let me pause it. Let me pause it. Let me pause it. This is how it was. This is okay. So after Morris Situma was given this embarrassment, Snow comes out once again to calm down the angry crowd. They're not angry at the president. They're not angry at Senator Snow. They're angry at the man who spent 9 years as Senator of Bomi County and could not even register meeting the people more than 10 times. As close as Bomi is. So that's why sometimes when we talk these things, people think it is like, no, I'm asking President Salif, this is the Jonah on his, not President Salif, President Weah. This is the Jonah on his ship as he heads to Naniva. That Naniva is the second term. Unless you can throw this man off, he should be magnanimous enough to tell the president, I'm the cause of this ship rocking. You need to throw me overboard.
Is it possible to do that now?
Oh, yes.
How?
Because, well, the president will have to choose between the interest of Setuma and the interest of the CDC. Right? So let's listen more. Let's listen more. Here you go. Snow comes back. Snow comes by. So
there's another Bomi County I know. Hello? There's another Bomi County I know. We have the president here, right? listen to our senator who has been called by the president to give us a word.
So the people said to Snow to no. As we said to Setuma, do not come to sell Setuma to us. This is the first time that Snow is interrupted ever speaking to the people of Bomi County. Mayu Snow is from Riverside.
Wow.
A Riverside citizen is selling a citizen of Bomi County. You don't think you need to check yourself? You don't think so? And I felt sorry for the elderly statesman. The way he was bullied on the stage by his people. Some of those people stood in queues. So, since the people couldn't listen to Snow, for the sake of Setuma, here comes the president.
Okay. Excuse me. Listen. The first thing you have to carry with you is respect. I want you to listen.
We are going to
If you are student or you are citizens or we are chef, the first thing that will carry with you is respect. You see the reason why we ask why the government betrayed us. I want you to listen to me. This is
so listen to the proper decorum. Listen to the decorum of the area. The president was strong enough to quiet down this massive crowd all jeers, right? He was, and he magically it happened. Please hold on. This is what the senator who served as for 9 years was unable to do. And I see in the video my good friend Emmanuel Weyu is the MC. Emmanuel Weyu is the MC. Now I saw somebody like on the video sometimes when we went to District 14 or 15. I think I resemble my friend Emmanuel Weyu. But sometimes things can happen, things can change. Things can change. I don't know. And human is dynamic, human is static. So I don't know what might have changed Emmanuel Weyu along the way. He's now the master of master ceremonies as the CDC moves from one place to the other.
Why you never thought that?
Oh man, this guy was apolitical. When you talk about
introvert or what? Just
introvert. This guy was apolitical. He was a professional, a technician. From reporter assigned at the Ministry of Internal Affairs with Star Radio to public affairs, then later on to focal presidency. But he's in full-fledged politics now, and so that's why he's being mentioned by me, since he's a person of interest. So here comes the president. Let's listen to the president. Okay, so if you just wear CDC t-shirt,
yeah, I think we can just go on.
No, I can continue.
Okay, then you play something. Yes. Then we said it.
If you just wore CDC t-shirt to come here, United Edition, just come to disturb that you don't need to exist. the president's closing statement on this video. It is posted on YouTube, and it is done by LRB Online TV. I'm not the one. We're not the one. Martin is not the one.
No, not me. Oh.
So I was telling, like I was saying 2 days ago, Mr. President, this is your record. There are so many people who have messed up their relationship with their people, and it's not only tied to Mr. Setuma. There are so many people who have messed up their relationship with their people. They want to go under your canopy. I need to play the canopy sunset. They want to go under your canopy to reap from your popularity. And you should have the wisdom to read their intention. Some of them, by the time they win, they'll be telling you goodbye. Even happy that Simeon Taylor they didn't do to commies. Simeon Taylor they didn't do to commies. The state, the people who nearly, I mean, who took, who let, I mean, of course, allegedly put his vehicles ablaze. When he won the CPP, in less than 2 months, this man went back to the people who were after his life to say, I've come to join you people. So some people will get under your wing. By the time they win, they will tell you, will give a kickback, a back kick. Be mindful with these people. You are not the one taking their salaries. You're not the one taking their benefits. You're not the one representing their accountants. Tell them, look, you know what happened? It's cool. You can go. Yeah, you can take my picture and carry it. But well, I'm not going to go. What? But come on, see how the people disrespected you, Mr. President. And it is good that they realize their wrongdoing quickly. They reverted. The senator could not even follow the protocol on the platform. It was quite embarrassing. I'm sorry to say this. A hint to a wise quite sufficient. So, the last but not the least, before we go to I don't really want to read. On social media, there's a list circulating of about 29 names who are allegedly on the president's delegation to the United Nations General Assembly. We're still not even aware that the president will travel to the United Nations. It is always every September. General Assembly. Every September, member countries assemble in the joint chamber where each country is given at least 15 minutes to speak. It is only Gaddafi who violated that 15-minute regulation and spoke for 1 hour. Gaddafi say, who are you to be restricting me? You know how much we spent to move from Tripoli to come here? The jet fuel, the delegation, you know how much you came for 15 minutes?
That's funny.
Yeah. So, Banale, please read the list. Then I'll get a second mention position on it. Read the list.
Wow.
Some of them are very familiar people. Yeah.
All right. So, presidential delegation to the United States of America, 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly 2023. Name and portfolio. His Excellency George Manneh Weah, President. Madam Claire Weah, First Lady. Honorable Snow Bomi, Senator. Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Pena.
So just leave all the tattoos and just call their phone in quick as we move.
Oh, just call that name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Besides the president, put his excellency there. The rest, just call the name.
No, because I already say.
Just besides the president.
Okay, President Weah.
Mm-hmm. And the first lady.
Yeah, Madam Claire Weah.
They deserve. That's their right.
Yeah. Edwin Snow. Zoe Emmanuel Pena. Should I be calling the portfolio?
Yes, Senator. When you call it, just Senator.
Okay. D. Microsoft Sakimia.
Foreign Minister.
Yeah. General Daniel Z. Zianka.
Defense Minister.
Legend Who Rennie,
Minister of Information.
Manwen Dix,
Minister of Commerce.
Chokon
EPS Director. Chokopui,
Oui.
Minister of State without portfolio.
Yeah. Len Eugene Nangwe,
Commissioner Maritime.
Kwi Yeke,
Kwe Yeke.
Kwekwe.
Yeke. I
Okay.
think it's Pepsi. That's his official name, Kwekwe Yeke.
Okay.
Mhm.
Library Agency for Community Empowerment.
Yes, Liz.
Okay. Jefferson Tamakoji.
City Mayor.
Wow. What city? Usmani Bamba,
What position?
advisor to the president.
Okay.
Those are religious
Yeah, leave that one out. Once you say Avasa,
Pina Nora Bondo,
Executive Mansion Chief of Protocol.
Moses Wifo.
Moses Wifa is the flight attendant at the Rabat International Airport, former pilot, and then works with Liberia Airport Authority.
Yeah, but I think enough for him to go.
No, don't take it.
So Marcelli Midin. I'm sorry if I didn't get your name good. I'm
What
sorry.
position?
Chief of Staff, Office of the First Lady.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe sounds strange. Yancy Derek Weir, agent in charge of the President, Executive EPS. Sekou Kalasco, Special Aid. Nelson Lamore, Nelson Lanor, Special Aid to the First Lady. Wow, it's a whole family going. Antoinette Wallow, acting chief of protocol.
I know the acting chief of protocol, Madam Wallow, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Okay.
Yes.
Isaac Kelvin, Solo Kevin.
Press Secretary.
That he don't call?
Yes.
Okay. James Emmanuel Porter.
Assistant Minister of State, the man who washed his car with beer.
Oh, he back in the government?
But they didn't fire him. Not BSL or champagne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's there from the guy from the port, eh? Okay. Let me focus on
Please hurry up.
Let me focus on the names, Quali. All right. So Smith, Maxwell Tobe.
Sorry?
Smith Tobe.
No, what is the Maxwell? Smith in Maxwell?
But I see you.
No, man. Smith is Nyan. Smith Nyan Toby. Check there. Deputy Press Secretary.
I said that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. That's my brother, my friend. That's my brother.
What?
Smith does not have Maxwell in his name.
Well, I mean,
maybe I want to make this list fake. But continue.
Yeah. Maxwell. McKinney Keita.
Wow. What a position.
McKinnon, Deputy Press Secretary.
No. Smith there.
Okay. Keita is coordinator, special projects.
Okay.
Ministry of State. Kaiti Kotoflomo.
Kate. That's the
Kate,
yeah. The leader you see behind the president is the that's the name. Continue now.
Bob Tue.
Position.
Bob Tue. It spells different from Samuel Tue's name. Just to make some clarity. It came to the president.
You will enjoy yourself. Please read the list.
No,
you got long way to go.
No, on a serious note, I mean the list is when I saw in the group chat the morning.
Please.
I mean, I'm not calling you right, but I said what's the source, and I can't believe it because this list is coming from you as a member of the opposition.
Yes.
So I need to know this.
Not many people will do what we did. We reached out to the executive mention. I will give the mentions.
I mean, it shouldn't be true though.
Position. So if it's true, what you would do? Please be the name.
Lord, endless. All right. So where are we now? We are to Bob Tue. We are to Najet Aka. I hope I'm getting it. And Director of Protocol. Press Lady. James Kotu, Deputy Chief of Staff, First Lady. Cleopatra Kumis Buema.
I know Cleo. Yeah, Cleo has been an all-time protocol officer at the executive mansion.
So she's gonna go. Because you
No, I'm not justifying that they should go. I'm saying these are familiar people.
What did I?
Yeah.
All right. So where are we? Cleopatra, right?
Yeah.
Cleopatra. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the writings here. So Ahmed Sharif, Senior Protocol Officer, Ministry of State. And Shadrach Yankee, Protocol Officer. Wow. Courage Shi, Protocol Officer. Thelma Fanta Kroma, Budget Analyst. Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs.
For you and General Assembly, Budget Analyst?
No, that's not going to make that now. My people. You have to give me water to drink, then they say it's endless.
You brought water, right?
I know, I drink all. And 7 score. This list is not small list. Tell man, okay, Vivian Morris.
Don't worry, I'll get
no, Chief, don't go. Somebody will bring it.
I'll get you a bottle of water.
All right. Cool. Courage. Thelma Fanta Kroma. Vivian. Yeah, okay. Thelma Fanta Kroma, Budget Analyst. Vivian Morris, dietitian of the president. Wow. Okay. Abraham Kabake, photographer of Ministry of State. Yeah, so presidential affairs. Kabake. Abraham S. Kabake, photographer. Chrislyn Dixon, office assistant, Ministry of State.
See, Abraham?
Yeah.
Abraham Kabake is now the longest serving videographer.
Yeah. Videographer?
Yes, in the office of the president. Abraham Kabake. Those are familiar people. You know why I brought this water for you? Yes. You remember the biblical teaching that Jesus did to wash the feet of the young lady? He was trying to say, no matter how big you are, be humble.
Yeah.
The teaching. So I didn't do it because I wanted to walk out.
Apart from water, what other things?
You want your own water. That's prophecy.
Let me focus on the lesson.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Wonderful. All right, so we go in and Vivian Morris.
Yeah. Open the line quickly.
Yeah, dietitian of the president. Abraham Kabake, photographer. Chrislyn Dixon. Evelyn Queen Mobile, Secretary Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Agent Stewart Briggs, Law Enforcement Officer, Executive Protection Service.
All the rest are agents, EPS officers. That's what.
Let me just call their name, right?
Yes, that's how they call it. Yes,
okay, so let me just call their name quickly. Agent Stewart Briggs, Agent David Zler, Agent Rudolph Tokwa, Agent Nelly Siawe Say, Agent O'Grady, O'Grady Chokon Johnson, Agent Sandor Coleman, Agent Ceci Soiree, Agent Emmanuel Campbell, Agent Benedict D. Collins, Agent Amin Natat Fofana, Agent Josephus Mia Kiamin, Agent Solomon K. David Sr., Agent Emmanuel N. Ade, Agent Hector Bayi Jr., Agent Tawinin K. Diaba Jr. I'm sorry if I didn't get it. Agriba Bichie, Abu Thompson, these are law enforcement officers. Agent Abu Thompson, Agent Cyril Perwood, Agent James Caniket Lavilla, Agent Roosevelt Woda Mackey, Agent Zibolon C.L. Harris, Agent Daniel Miller Juan, Agent Daniel Pele Lamford, Agent Jack Nicholas Yanapi, Agent Cooper Swan, we said Agent Bitor Nangbe Duatu, Agent Bien Benedito.
Sissy, I think yes,
Sissy.
that's a familiar guy.
Okay.
Those are all friends. So 29 altogether, right?
No, I would like to confirm. I will take my time to count it.
Yeah, please check it. So
Yeah.
this is the list.
Yeah.
This is the list that circulating on social media as the presidential delegation to the UN General Assembly next month. And this is the position of the executive mansion, having chatted with the press secretary. This is a text I sent him, and
somebody said no now.
No, but we corrected that. Okay. So he said we'll talk for you. Relax yourself. I'm coming for you. Huh? Okay. Sorry about that. So I'm checking on this one. Okay, here's it. Mr. Press Secretary. Mr. Press Secretary, this is Chris. Chief, Chief, can you confirm or otherwise the UN General Assembly list has been circulated on social media, and 2 words, fake list. Fake list. And I'd like to overemphasize, the executive mansion said the list is fake, or how did it come about? Some of those names are familiar names. Yeah? Familiar names. But some of those names are equally misspelled or mispositioned. I don't know, except I'm in the wrong, but I don't know Smith to be Maxwell. I know Smith to be Yan N. That N stands for Yan. So, as we approach to 4 o'clock to speak to Garrison Yellow,
I mean, you just need some.
Yeah, lead up, man. I get it. Okay, so the Gabon issue. Omar Bongo is under house arrest. He is family. The University of Liberia student fighting for chair and admission letter. I have evidence. I have a report that a student was delayed in getting his admission letter. He has to pay 20 US dollars, and in less than 4 hours, the admission letter was issued. Yeah, and Bombay County issue, as posted on YouTube by LRB TV, and the reported presidential list that was the UN General Assembly. These and much more on 077-5144-278, 077-5144-278. The whole of this platform is civility. We all, no one apology. We cut you off if you go beyond the red lines.
Wow.
This caller is on. Hello.
This caller is on. Abia.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Abia Blackie. That list is authentic. The source from the executive marshal doesn't lie. It's authentic. We think this is a waste of taxpayer money at this time in our country. The Elections Commission is requesting for their remaining money, and then you're thinking, if at least that list has an addendum, I would send that to you. They have an addendum. This is a clear strategy of the regime. Most of these people you see on that list on every time, they know exactly that the government has failed, and President William will not be re-elected, so they try and escape route. So I would send you an addendum to that list.
No, but there is, and not to agree with you, but there is a strategy put in by diplomatic offices like the protocol office. They hold on to the passports of the individuals. Okay. All right. So let's take another person.
Okay, Abel.
When people
Okay, Abel. All right. Okay. Okay, Abel, let me just hold you right there. Yes, we have so many calls coming in a week. You can't just keep holding the line. I'm sorry, I have to let you go. Yes, sir. It's good to have you on. Yes, sir.
And let me say good afternoon to Uncle Chris.
Yes, sir.
I think the government is not doing well for all our citizens. You cannot have a government that is going to the General Assembly. They care about everybody. I think that's a waste of time of money. And the government should report on this thing. They cannot tell they have business. Now we are going for the next election. And more than people to the level, I don't think more than people trying to for prosecution. So I think I need to come back and be investigated. That's not guilty.
Okay, so a minute to a caller. Hello. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to Uncle Chris and many listeners on the broadcast. My name is Aloysius P. Jr. and I'm in this afternoon from District 2 in North County. Thank you ever so much for the talking point. And let me add my voice to condemn the act of military overthrow on the West African continent. The issue that has to do with the league listing that has to do with the delegation of Liberia to the UN General Assembly for next month. I think it is totally unfair and an affront to the Liberian people if such a listing is being confirmed because we are pushing a major election in the history of this country. And this morning I listened to the news on the same platform where the National Election Commission is demanding the government to give $3 billion United States dollars as subsidy money for the final process. But now the president without caution is
okay. All right.
I think it's supposed to be activity for his people.
Okay, you said it right. Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
This is the voice of Dr. Mamadi M. Kamara Jr. I'm joining this afternoon from the Financial Station Unification Day.
Yes, sir.
Let me say thank you to you guys for the topic discussion. I think the president is not doing us well as citizens. The fact that he's traveling for an assembly and he carry over 50 persons there.
It's still being investigated. It's not yet confirmed.
Yeah, but it's a waste of money. If it is true, we don't want it to be that way. The president has to travel thousands of people behind him. You can carry 3, 4, 5 persons with you, and it's okay. But not to carry over 50 or 60 persons, it is unfair. So,
okay.
What is the president to revisit this and reduce it to the minimum at 5? Thank you so much,
Okay, sir. Thanks for placing in your call. Hello.
Thank you, Madeline and Uncle Chris. I appreciate you. Let me see going to the many listeners. This is for me. I will mention Madeline or join a conversation on the order of African move through. It's just Madeline, it's so conspiracy in this count that we are going for official election. For President, we are to take 58% responsibility. Yes, so I will see how they'll come. Oh, yesterday we got to listen to the next court, the rest of the crying for the bottom of $2.4 million. That is government need to give off. So she can go to the election, for them, all that stuff. What is God don't want to do? Just don't run away. This young criminal who are so funny. Don't believe. Don't wait for us when we get elected or to whatever. This young people who is being prosecuted. I know very well I don't want to go to America. After the info. We don't know what we will let us see that we're such a people that people are on the list who are.
All right.
American embassy, which now many of them are now. God will not leave the country. American
My man, that's share that hold on, that's share. Hold on, Chief. That's share envy. What are you wishing for the people? Share envy. Oh man, these people, hello. These people you are naming have been to the US not once, not twice, not thrice. They've been there multiple times.
Where is Samuel Jacobs?
All right.
Okay. No, you can come in and reach for airtime to say you see.
But you used to get it. I mean,
room for discussion. Hello.
Hello, Magdalene, how you doing?
Yes, sir. It's good to have you on.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Please go on.
So, but Chief, just go right ahead now.
Yeah.
The introduction is very not important.
Larry, we got you. That's how we give you the time now to say what you have to say. So you got 40 seconds now to go, Larry. You okay. I get it. You get
All right.
You get it. You say like Chris go to work up, boy.
I actually didn't get any clue.
You will feed it in your bowl when Chris doesn't do his work. In your bowl, you will feed it.
Oh, in a football.
Yeah, eat it.
Now I understand.
Yeah, hello. Yes, sir.
Thank you for the discussion this afternoon. As usual, I'm following the discussion from District 4 Mosfrado County.
Yeah.
Well, quickly, I want to join you to condemn the actions from the military in Gabon. But like you rightly said, Uncle Chris, when people are pressed to certain levels, they start to retaliate. So these are some of the actions from full government. These are some of the actions of some of the reasons bad leadership. But quickly, Uncle Chris, you see, what I've been to President, we are example of the Honorable Snow in Bonny County. It clearly means like parents have not gravitated from that level where they will just look at people when you just go to them at certain point in time. If anyone hands up, you go for that person. There is no but people just being chased away with the issue of giving them t-shirts.
Okay.
It's no longer on the basis of people receiving proper rights to people. They are voting people now, right now, on tangibles.
Okay.
They are voting people based on deliverables. So
okay.
To how my parents' politics work. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you so much. Your line is so terrible. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, how you doing? Hi, Chris.
Yeah, Mr. Chobio.
It's Lasansi rolling through the religious advisor to the rescue.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I just call this whole thing about listing and so forth. It's not a new thing. President, we have left from here with a huge entourage and went for 48 days just to marinate, and nothing came out of it. So this is not new. Let's just forget the talk. I mean, we have just 40 days to go. 40 days we have in the wilderness, and we will be delivered. There is Moses. We will be delivered. Moses is gone, and the Joshua was taken over, and we will reach the promised land.
Okay.
To the issue of the people in Gabon, coup in Gabon. Look, this is a lesson to dictators. This is a lesson. We are going back to the 80s. The only good thing is that these schools now are bloodless. But when the African leaders sit there and change constitution, they themselves are carrying on coup d'etat. So if the military come in just to teach them sense, I think the military is right. I stay with them. Thank you.
Okay, let me take this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Madam, how you doing? Good afternoon, Brother Chris.
Yeah, it's good to have you on.
Thank you very much. Look, I don't know why our government officials continue to embarrass this country here. They went there for 48 days with no tangible. They came back with empty hands. Now they are going back again with 100 days to election. So are they going again to come back and spend another 40 days there again? Look, it's so. I hear my brother Chris saying that lake is very fake and all that. That would not be fake.
No, that's not what I told you. I said the executive marshal terms it as fake.
Whatever they say, because their website never be corrected. Every now and then you go to
No, the press secretary texted me.
You can't trust it. Their website
No, that website, hold on. And that website issue, the press secretary texted me after I saw inquiry about the list. And he said the list is fake. So I'm not the one seeing it. And I'm on an obligation.
Let them be patient and let you carry about 3 or 4 just to go and give a late speech at the conference there instead of carrying a whole group of people. We have election, we need money for election commission.
Yeah.
All those people? Or are they running away from us? They will never go. They will be there. Thank you.
Okay.
Look, I mean, you know, when you're having a coup on your farm.
Good afternoon.
Well, you know I'm
Madeleine,
cool.
good afternoon.
For that, I thought you said I'm a daughter of a farmer. Yeah. Hello.
Are you going, Madeleine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm out for big kid. So in my mind, the president did not fire the crowd in Wami County. Because if you listen to that whole recording, you see the president also said to the crowd that no, you people are not only radical, we are also radical. And the people were then started, getting, they got agitated for that. All right, to say if you are not sedition or reaction, there's no need for you to exist. In my mind, the president should have said that he was only adding an insult to injury.
He was provoked.
Yeah, he was provoked, but he should have said that because these are people you need to vote for you. He said those statements were not of mine.
Okay.
Was not necessary. Secondly, we need the money for the election. The election commission is calling out for the power money to be given to them. If that list is fake list, it is a fake list, but it is not that money that they are going to spend. Let them to give the election commissioner the power money so our election will be conducted peacefully. We're begging them. They should not go and spend that money on us. We put that list is fake.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, for myself, I hope that is not real. Yeah, hello. Yes, sir.
Hello, sir, Madeline.
Yes, sir.
This is DJ Lomeri, but I'm thinking about how good things. I'm not saying Madeline will be disappointed in me, but I will say, think about issue. For me, I support that they never work for. Because they can support the people that are. When the person they don't want you, don't force yourself on the people. How will you stop all zero from watching the election? You go on the internet as a whole, I told you the information, then you announce the election result midnight. And nobody to accept you to advance the election, then you go and announce the election result midnight. If they happy, I will appreciate it. I happy. But God forbid I will happy until the same go around. For me, you'll be disappointed me, but I support that they call the next thing is that when we hear it, if I want to get somebody who is denied, God, I was my man for our board. That plan that we president we are his name on our list, and we deny him before, and he stay on the list. Those people have to leave us, and we know that most of the people will go, they will not retain. Most of them will not come back. They don't have this.
Okay.
They just went up for 20 minutes. Went for 20 minutes. When you money.
Yeah, but I think they can have other sessions. Hello. All right, Chief. Let me let you go so you can tone down your monitor. Where is Mr. Yellow?
I can't trace him.
He replied me and said he going to be here today. Let me. You talk with him?
Yes, he called me if I was on air. He called me and said it is full, right? I said yes. So
I mean, it's 10, 11
continue.
minutes.
The people have to speak. Just continue.
Okay. Hello. Yes, sir.
I'm leaving a call from Abel.
Yes, sir.
The issue of that coup why is people condemn it? I think it's not in the necessary. They want to call you and say, look, I will bring the regional leaders, Madeline. Look at the West Africa. They will sit down, they will change the constitution, and then they will break the election, they come to power, then they say, we cannot interfere in internal affairs. Why would people want to go there? Look at what I mean this year. We have four coups in West Africa, the Ecuador Black, the regional, they said that they're looking at the engineering when we got to over.
Okay.
See, so then, whenever they could be Africa. But if you want to discover, you discover, but when you sit down the man, she the constitution, you get the 13, you go to the but they will put they will say anything when they put what to so then I will pay the bills for most of the Kobe Africa, which is not good for us. Why should I condemn me? All the Israel president, look, President, we are should not carry all the people over there. And we say, our taxpayer, my mother, I will find some. You should be spending our money. You can 4-5% over there. See, no, where you can really do it? They will tell me. I think there's a way of research. I think that it's so local, who's listening, and it reduces to the lowest. At least 4-5% is enough for that trip. Thank you.
Hello. Yes, our peace ambassador.
Thank you so much. With 41 days to the election where the president is currently in McGill County parading the street of Ekatop. Let me appreciate this after when it comes to what went wrong in bombing. You know, about now, second year you spend. How big is bombing coming to visit the people? When you wait for president, we have a time live the air up. I want to say to my already content. You see, let me appreciate Honorable Torah of McGill County. He saw it, he used a book of Baptist and that Baptist like yesterday. The people of McGill will not vote in everybody, you not contest for the 2023 election. It's a good thing. We found for you, but I'm asking the raspberry resources. So we can see the sign on the wall, see the proof. Who are you to tell you that you don't have adequate representation of the people? How big is one? What's the position of money? What could you go one thing and partially go ahead and find a cover? We got now and second year, spending a great for taxpayer money. They want to go by again to every answer. There's an equal opportunity answer. Thank you so much for giving the time.
All right, okay. Thanks for placing in your call. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, my name is Roger Matari for Golden Puppet.
Yeah, how's it going, Puppet?
Yeah, the Golden Puppet is all right, and we are following the trends of event politically, socially, and economically because as we are concerned, we have 2 more days to the elections, and we are doing everything possible to give the needed result to the public. But as the discussion now concerning those that will be going along with the president in America, I think it is good because there's the information about the guy when the body will stay. So it's the question of why would you invest such a group in your tour to go to America for the kind of international occasion? And the second issue is that what we that is how best we will be able to select people that will go and represent like people because the problem we are facing is accept each and every one of us across the globe.
So how sure are you? How sure are you the people who were selected and cannot able represent Liberia?
Yeah, but they are questioning already.
Question of what?
Question. Those that have been questioned. I want to suggest that if people made a need for it, because we are here to the Napa going. When they talk about carrying to the Napa, where some other richer nation, they are carrying 10 and 15. So now, then, what are they going to do? Are they going to participate in a discussion or what? Or are they going to be a backbencher? Because that is no increase in economic growth. To the Napa, for any number, very cost of the rent hotel. I mean, if you do a check and balance, the money that will be spent will be over 200.
So your name is going to be added.
Who will have problem with that? For the power that be Roger Matani is associated with the Unity Party since 2016. So I don't think.
All right.
But I don't want to urge that the decision that we taking, it will have an effect, positive effect on the country and the generation that is declining gradually. Thank you very much for your point.
Okay, sir. Thanks for placing in your call. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Madeline.
You wanted to say good morning? Wow.
No, I will never say good. So I gotta say good afternoon.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Madeline, this is Trustee Cooper. I call from Caulfield Community to Borough.
You are higher elections now?
Not yet, but we gave the election committee about 15 days from now, the 7 weeks September. We're not new to our form because for how we are not violent people. We believe in a bureaucratic measure.
Okay, so let's get to the point now. Let's see, because I'm sorry for putting your names. Yeah.
I want to speak to the issue that have to do with the coup d'etat in Africa.
Last color.
Okay.
For me, the real coup d'etat that is taking place in Africa is when African leaders try to perpetuate themselves into political powers for so long. That is a real coup d'etat that is disturbing Africa.
Okay.
And that boils down to the grief for everything. But the only thing that is suffering the country of Africa is greed. Our leaders are so greedy until they are greedy for everything. Look at what's happening in Gabon. The same for almost 53 years, your father was there, and you took over. And then you try to perpetuate yourself into state power like it is a family affair when they got thousands of millions of other people who are competent, who are also citizens. So that's it.
I mean, now you won't qualify. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Time has come over us. 15 minutes after 4.
Yes, for placing your
Thank you so much, and let's take a break as we prepare to take our next guest.
Before setting up a unit or anti-coup d'etat unit in ECOWAS, isn't it time that the African head of state or the ECOWAS head of state look into the reason why there are coup d'etat? What are the root causes of coup d'etats? Let them put their house in order first before they set up an anti-coup d'etat unit. Let them put their house in order. And I believe their house is not in order. This unit is set up to defend them and to protect them only, nobody else. What is more coup d'etat than your national constitution gives you 2-term limit, 5 years, 2 terms. After serving 10 years, you want to change the constitution to another term. Is that not a coup d'etat? Because you feel you have the powers to do that. The soldiers have the powers to coup d'etat. That is also another coup d'etat. And they are living with them there. They're there. In the name of civilian, putting on multi-clothes, calling yourself a Democrat. You lose all the resources of your country, mislead people, torture them, imprison them. Once they have their differences to ask, and you call that a Democrat or a civilian rule, an illegally elected government. The leaders must stop lying to their electorate first. They must stop the corruption. They must stop looting our resources. They must understand that they are not a better citizen than anybody.
Okay, that's a Gambian politician speaking to cross-section and throwing talks at ECOWAS. When ECOWAS announced of establishing the anti-coup d'etat force in the sub-region, and he's managing ECOWAS. It's not bad to do it, but again, don't sit and see a leader to change the constitution of his or her country to perpetuate himself or herself in power. Let's do balance of power. This is State of the Nation. We have now with us, 20 minutes after, we have now with us Anthony Atlo, Garrison Yellow of the Governance Commission, and a member of the campaign team of the Coalition for Democratic Change. As you may be aware, claims and counterclaims in Nimba County. Prince Johnson said he was attacked and pointed fingers at some of his kinsmen, including Anthony Yellow, about attacking him while he had gone to Canva for Joseph Boakai. And according to him, he himself, he had to defend. In the fracas, a death is reported in Nimba County. And so we thought it wise to get Mr. Yellow to come and address himself to these concerns. No Liberian deserves to die, especially in this election period when they are out canvassing, exercising their constitutional right. Honorable Yellow, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Chris. And good afternoon, Madeline.
Okay. Well, you look serious, Chief. What's happening?
I'm not serious.
Tense?
Not tense.
Or are you supposed to be in my giving today?
I'm not supposed to. I'm going to go to the VA issue. Don't worry about my giving.
Okay.
I live in my giving and we have no worry in my giving.
I'm told my giving is locked down. So this is the press release. I want to go through a portion of it that you issued, and so let me just get it out. But this happened a week ago in Nimba County about situation which led to the reported death of a citizen of Liberia. And what do you know about it?
Okay.
Why are we downloading the?
The correction I want to make is that the press statement was not issued by me.
Okay.
It was issued by the Dordot movement, who the victim, the guy who is dead, is member of. So that press statement.
But you can confirm that death.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So it was issued by the movement in Compton while I was in Monrovia. So our communication guy, Dempster Vonner, is the one that issued the press statement.
Okay, so this is the press statement. Let me just read it quickly.
I think before you go to the press statement, look at some of the issues, then you come to the press statement first.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, on Sunday, our cargo had gone to Vingley in furtherance to the reconciliation we have had in July. And while in Vingley, he had a very successful meetings with the peoples in Vingley and the surrounding towns, the Plateau and Patois Play. Let me be very clear, Vingley is my hometown.
Okay.
And this guy in question, Alosho Guamo Ban, have been my supporter since 2008. Mm-hmm. And he has been somebody that, to the extent that he born his son and named his son after me. That how close we were. So he always called me son, and I call him father. So when people come and say that this guy was a supporter of Unity Party, I challenge him and say, bring any picture that this guy, this young man who passed off, have ever been involved with any Unity Party activities in Nimba. Bring any picture. But I can confirm to you that this young man went with me to Ballway Play, to Onrukagon's home. We have a successful reconciliation program. We left from there, we came back. And we spent the night in Vingley. And the police are doing their investigation. I think they reported yesterday that those guys, the two guys who actually did the act, one is Anthony Lama. And Anthony Lama is the son of Bacchus Sig-Lama. Bacchus is the NDL chair of Vingley. And since my inception into politics, Bacchus have never supported me. In 2011, he supported the late George Dokene. In 2017, he supported the MDR. In 2020, he supported Senator Jeremiah Pankun. And not just that. In 2018, If you ever heard that there was a shooting that took place in Vangley after the Supreme Court came down for ruling, it was the same Backer guy who did it to make it look that the town people were going after people. And that led the Inspector General of the Police, Patrick Sudu, with all his deputies to go to Vangley, and they were there for the whole day. Later on, they got to understand that the problem was not from the town people, but instead it was from this Backer guy who caused the problem.
Okay.
So Backer get no link with us. He had been someone who have always been on the other side. And his son, just recently before this issue happened, Bacchus was in Gamta with Senator Kuhn. They had successful indoor meeting where he was given zinc, cement, and concrete and steel to go back. Nobody, I don't know what they discussed in the meeting. And it's unthinkable that after their meeting, this thing is happening in our hometown. You understand? And if our people,
where was the meeting?
Gamta. At Senator.
There's several kilometers
from long distance. And if the people in Vangley were involved into violence, they won't have gone to, after the two guys who did the act, arrested them, brought in something and turned them over to the police. They would have taken the law in their own hand, like we usually do in areas. But we told them, look, this is electionary period. We have to be very careful and preach, sell our candidate vote of violence. What is important is sell your candidate, tell the people what your candidate have done in the records. But violence get no place in our society. And I have told people, we fought war in this country for 14 years. Nobody want to go to the executive mansion. It was dialogue, peace, reconciliation on the table that brought peace to this country. So for people to resort into violence is terrible. And Chris, this is not the first time it happens to me. Even in the 2020 election again, the NDR partisan in Mandiaple stabbed another guy, one of my supporters called Gonton Gome. In Mandiaple, they almost killed this guy again. We got to rush him to the hospital. Then they came and say, oh, they caught somebody here. The man who you say they caught the ear, the police will bring the man up to today. They are announcing the man who they say they caught his ear. So it's not anything that is strange. Senator Johnson is saying that we are responsible. No, he is always responsible for violence in our area. The first thing in 2020, you saw that he saw the senator in a politician. He's now a military man. He was in a full military regalia campaigning in District 3 where I hail from. Intimidating the people, telling the people if you don't do it. You know what it means that Senator Johnson, who have graduated from the issue of war since 1990, he only fought for up the last time he was in the country was 1992. And since the killing of Dome, he was not involved in the active battle rather in this country. And then he will be in the full military regalia. I think we should stop those things then. Let's campaign on the basis of the records, what we can do for our people, and what we think our party get on the table. But going to the place and intimidating people is troublesome. It's troublesome. The situation in
okay, what weapon?
Senator Johnson had gone there, the people welcome Senator Johnson in Gompo Kagon's home. He went in there, the women welcomed him, singing, opening the town halls for him and everything. The senator got nothing to tell the people, telling the people that anybody that went against me, they can die. Benedict Batua tried, he died. David Zedi tried, he died. Joy Coco tried, he died. Tomo Grupi tried me, he in wheelchair. Your son and Garrison Yelu will be involved into a grave accident and they will die.
That was his statement.
It's on record.
It was recorded.
The how they posted, but they please leave our town. We don't want confusion. Say your own. Everything about you that people will die. We don't want our children to die. Because the Garrison Yelu you're talking about, the Gompo Kagon, they are all citizens of district number 4. So you don't come to district number 4 and tell all the death of our children. Yeah? Let me tell you. The people get their town hall key, yes, and so if the people never wanted him there, trust me, they will have opened the town hall for him. They won't have opened the town hall for him. The people receive him peacefully. Even in my hometown, when the boy passed away, we never politicized it because everybody was confused and we were in the state of confusion. Wanted to know what really happened because they said the thing happened around 2 a.m. This senator went on air and said, I was in Vangley. I put the radio on very loud. They play music while they were beating the boy to death. Can you imagine that? There's a pastor, an evangelist that's in that church. And God knows, When I was in Ganta and they were arriving, I left Ganta. I came Monrovia. You know why? I don't want no confusion. Because I know my people love me. No matter what you do in Nima, I get a movement, I get membership of over 40,000. They believe in me. We started building that movement since 2008. From 5,000, we are now at 40,000. And every time we are working, we build comradeship, we build relationship. We are like a family. We are there for each other. So to tear us apart, ask anybody from Nima. As I say to the Dodo movement, that the movement is named after my middle name. So the Dodo movement, to get people from there to cross over, they'll tell you, say no. Now, one of the movements that we see in Nima that always together. So we have that kind of relationship. And the senator I've gone to my hometown and told the people, they say they killed one of our unity partisans here. So the boy is big, the man he next to, they call him Bassa. Bassa said, no. The man who they killed, in the time, everybody knows that he is a real supporter of Dode. Now, when they brought the information out that how we just posted a picture of the ball when we were going to ball weight play and everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we were not there. We as leaders of the county, when we have problem, it better we go into it loud and make peace and make sure we resolve problem. We should not escalate. We should not put people against each other.
So the deceased, the young man, what is the actual cause of his death? Shooting, stabbing, or beating?
I think they said they threw him with a rock in his stomach. He had the thing they call honyo. And the way he had the honyo, that way they threw him with a rock. And then on the basis of that, when they think, I think something happened in his stomach before they could reach him, his son couldn't. The man that said to even take him from the bed, the mantra, no way they got to just rub the mantra around him. How terrible it was looking like. And not just that, the guy followed the ball everywhere. The only thing that people knew, though, God, because when he was crying at night, he said, anything happened to me. Now, Bacchus and Gion Flon, who responsible, they are the one who stoned me with rock in my stomach. And according to the police yesterday, they said, well, they may have their own issues, but I don't know. But what I can establish that Bacchus had never supported me, and his son, it's not possible that Bacchus will be against me, and his son will be supporting me. It's not true. Because in finally, we know a family that are, then their fathers, they don't support us, they are against us completely, and we know them. So for them to come on air and make it to look that it is CDC supporter attacking Unity Party, it was not a good thing. We should be honest for ourselves in this country. If we want peace in this country, then we got to be honest. If we are not honest, it will be difficult for us to have peace. I mean, tell you, election is just one day, October 10th. That will come and go. We will still live as people. So why are we hurting one another? Why are we so bitter with each other? Look, they'll go to the mayor of
it. But that is a question other counties are asking.
They'll go to the mayor of it because you have the senator who felt now that his base have been seriously challenged. In my life, since I said, look, let me tell you, Chris, I was the Secretary General of the NUDP prior to us going for the convention in Buchanan. You understand? So I have worked with Senator Johnson, even when he was at his Zenec in Nima politics, when we established the NUDP. Senator Johnson had never gone to villages, partying from town to town. If Senator Johnson is going to get all the people that go camping and receiving and do, they bring their own food and everything. This time around, the senator is going from village to village to go campaign. It means that his base have been taken. Because, let me tell you, in 2020, right here in your own studio when April and Gosling were interviewing Senator Johnson, said, I get no popularity. I will not even get 2,000 votes. And it was surprising to Senator Johnson in that particular region where he has getting good vote before, that the people were having rallies supporting me. I left friend to go contest as a senator with $5,000 US. But for the 3 months I was in Nima, you talking about 5,000, you just think about the fleet of vehicle, the motorbike, other things. That your one day business there. Full. But every little town or village I enter, the people will have rally. If I get them 10,000, they will have rally and raise 25,000 out to the 10,000 and give it back to me. That's how the people show me love in 2020. And now what? All my friends in the court can be laughing and say, look, when you come to Garrison in the Macande business, don't play with it. Because I feel that I owe it to them. They showed me love yesterday. So I'm indebted to them. So this issue about this election, I may be sincere to you, my brother. We should focus on the real issues, the real stuff, and start attacking people because it will not change anything. Those people who believe in me, who love me, they still believe in me and love me. You go, you say anything, you will say it. But there are people who believe in me, No matter what you do, you cannot take them. We cannot break us apart. So we should start finding fault for each other. There is nowhere you will go. They put open town hall for you. If the people were involved in total violence between you and myself, they would have allowed Senator Johnson and Senator Kun to pass and go up and come back and pass. I told them, I said, look, your people have turned the two guys over, let the law take a course. They will go to court and they will be prosecuted. If they are guilty, they will bear the full weight of the law. If, as I said to Chris, if my mother takes away someone's life, she's not above the law. So the issue about justifying the person from Unity Party, person from CDC, a Liberian die. We must be concerned to know what killed this man. There is no justification for people to die. And people going on Facebook trying to politicize the death of a young man, 32 years old. This man born his son and named his son after me. Everything about the young man when I'm going violently, he's the only man that march in my room and sit down with me and ask me, and we do things together. Yes. When I went to tell them in violently about the reconciliation between Honorable Cargo and myself, initially he had a problem. And I had to explain to him, he said, okay, so you know what happened? I think I understand it now. You need to give me 2 t-shirts. One of the blue CDC t-shirt with President Weah photo, and the Dodo movement t-shirts too with President Weah photo. I want the 2 t-shirts. And I said, let's go to the house. I gave it to him. And he went with me. In White Play. We came back. We went back to Vangley. So it is strange enough for people to come and say this. Look, I feel hurt about a county that my grandfather was on the table to establish, that it was based on mutual respect and understanding. And today people feel that that county should be what? Destroyed, because if it's not them, it should not be any other people in the county. That is where the problem is coming from.
Well, I don't know, but what is heartbreaking is we've lost a life, and I don't know, but why are they pointing fingers at you with all these things you just explained?
That's what I'm saying to you, Chris. You are a journalist. Go and do your investigation. Go to Vangley, ask the person who Goma has supported since 2008. You get what I'm saying? They will tell you. It was because of my business that Goma went to jail. He had never. Why you know what? Because the man died, you say the man say, oh, I'm for Garrison, but I'm not supporting a decision. It's not true. Before I take a decision, we go back into our movement. We argue, we look at the issues, and we make the decision. And the determination, we all follow it. I don't take unilateral decision in Monrovia. Anything you see me doing in Monrovia means it is the decision of the movement. So, Guamo, I challenge anybody that they bring one picture of Guamo in any Unity Party gallery. But we are getting sufficient pictures on Facebook to see that this man was my strong supporter, and there was no confusion. So what I want to say here is, Liberia is our land, it's our country. For me, where I sit, I get no 2 countries to go to. And the only country I know, this country is for my children, and we must do all to jealously protect the peace. We suffered too long. When the war came, I was in this country. And I know what we went through. When I tell people some of the things we went through during World War I, World War II, World War III in town here, it was terrible. So I don't support violence at any funny manner. It is already a propaganda to make it to look like, look, I didn't fight war. When they were fighting their war, I was here going to school and teaching the people. I have my own school in the place where I'm teaching children. I never went to any training base. In my whole life, I never held out in my hand to shoot even a goat. Yeah? So I don't know the motive. But the actual motive is that Garrison built for himself a strong backing. And we have a strong organization that is working for us in the county. So that is just the undisputable fact.
So let me just read an excerpt of the script of the press release issued by the Dode movement. The origin is complete. This is dated August 23rd. Am I correct? So I'm trying to go there. Complete city Nimba County, August 23rd, 2020. The leadership of the movement in Nimba County and sympathizers across Liberia have strongly described the brutal stabbing, which resulted to death of Mr. Aloysius G. Ban, a staunch member of the movement since 2008, as a callous act of insanity calculated and perpetrated by monstrous elements of nature who have no heart, conscience, and sense of reasoning. On Monday, August 21, Mr. Aloysius G. Ban was maliciously, purposefully, and dangerously stabbed by two sons of Mr. Bacchus Sayer, cousin of Jeremiah Bankun, vice standard bearer of the Unity Party in Vangley Town, So Chiefdom, 12 River Administrative District, Nimba County, over simple political argument. In the statement issued in Monrovia and Nimba County, simultaneously on August 23rd, the chairperson of the movement expressed absolute dismay and frustration at the inhumane, monstrosity with which the killers of Brown viciously ended his life. So the arrest is made already, right?
Yeah.
And how far has the investigation
I think
gone?
according to the police yesterday, Moses Carter.
That should be the worry of the
our concern, and we have been following this, and we have lawyers that are following up with the police at every stage of the investigation. And to my knowledge and understanding, yesterday, the two accused were forwarded to court. So they were charged with murder because, from their own explanation, they charged and sent it to court. And it was contrary to some of the perception and the insinuation on the radio by folks who are on the other side about us. It was completely contradictory to what the statement said, the statement they made to the police in San Nicolas. So I just want to say this, Chris. I was not in Nimba when this happened. You know, for the past 3 weeks, I've been focused in Ganta doing some work there. And I mean, I said for the past 3 weeks, I've been focused in Ganta doing some work there. Because I know that what we have done over the years in district number 3 and 4 and part of district 5, I'm now really worried about those areas. Because anybody can.
You mean the CDC?
Yeah, I'm not worried. We have done sufficient work there. That is good. Yeah.
But they're fishing in your absence.
Oh man, when
I saw a long convoy of
when Dodo hits the district, you will know that there. And not because I said it now here or to what thing you will get the result. I mean, tell you,
they could be voting you and not the.
I'm not on the ballot box, on the ballot paper.
Okay.
I'm not on the ballot paper.
Also,
let me tell you the simple reason that have drifted the people from Senator Johnson, and they have not gravitated into us is that my whole life, it is not about myself. It is about the people. And what we are doing, we're not putting people together to say, oh, I want to be this. It is about new dispensation of leaders, young people coming together to fight for their country. You get what I'm saying? Because in time past, why will somebody, I was saying to say, I'm the only rooster in Nimba. If I crow, nobody crow. It's the family. So now there's a way for change that is taking place in Nimba. The fact that Senator Johnson can go to towns and villages to campaign, it speaks volume. Before then, Senator Johnson goes campaign, and they are going for 10 days. Now they are almost there for 15 days. They might even spend another 1 month there. They will not still get what they want because there's a way for change that is taking place in Nimba. Don't overlook it. It is serious, and we know. I know Nimba people. When the Nimba people don't like you, you can know. When they like you, you can know. The fact that Senator Johnson will even call on OKF and say, I instructed the people not to go work on him. They even show that he is weakened, but his base have been ready weakened. Because if Senator Johnson that we know will go on OK and say, Garrison on to the people not to welcome us in District 4. It's Senator who always portray himself to be the godfather of Nimba. For me as a Christian, I don't get my God, I don't get Father. I got an omnipotent God, the man who made the heaven and earth. That's the only God I believe in. So on earth, I get respect for individual, but I treat you as a senator. I respect you because the people of Nema voted for you. So I must respect you at that level. But I will not deem any human being to be God for me. No.
So how many candidates are you supporting in?
Well,
Nema?
currently, we in district, we get in District 4, I'm supporting the incumbent representing Gombo Kagon. Or Kagon, there must be an opportunity given to people to complete what they have started. And in my mind, the reason I'm supporting Onro Kagon is that Onro Kagon get to realize that the interest of the people remains supreme and is above individual interests. And he decided to put the district first. And because he put the district first, realizing where he made some error, the senator expelled him from his party. So he needed people to stand by him and to move him forward. And because of that, I feel that this gentleman deserves the second chance because it will bring stability to our county and stability to our district. In District 3, honestly, we get the CDC candidate there and we get the PUP. I've been a member of PUP and we get the guy there called Anthony Jade Kuyongpa. Yeah, there's an open field, but Anthony is my little brother. I can't have that. So I support Anthony. For the senatorial election, I support Honorable Roland Duo. The reason I support Roland Duo is Honorable Duo will be accountable to the people. He will not sit above them. What we're looking for in Nema is someone who is accountable to the people, not someone who sits above the people and insult them and tell them anything he wants to say to them. You can't be a leader and boast of the death of your citizen. How can a leader say the person travel and the person die? How can a leader say the other person travel he in wheelchair?
So we have to independently confirm that.
Yeah.
Since
But
we
you've been playing that statement from Senator Johnson here even before 2020 election. So the one that you say the person travel and die, the person travel and one happy, the person.
Well, I have to check on this.
Check that statement is there.
Yeah,
he
but-
said that. He said Tomo Gupi travel he in wheelchair, but what travel he die. That is something that is not. And let me say is
What I have here is when he said he's building an institution for Nima's prosperity. And then he and this guy, they are on back
you
to
can,
back.
you can go back to your
So,
resource
Chief, just
center.
listen to this one. Please identify these voices so we can.
That recording is saying that don't go forward. Like recording.
No, there are two. There's an exchange.
I know that I want to get the names to you. I know it already. We have listened to that recording in Nema.
Okay, so who are those in?
Senator Johnson engaged on Rokagon.
Okay.
And after the situation in Wepley, and then even at the end of that recording, he insulted on Rokagon. And the senator forgetting to know that we have three branches of government.
So the insult that came at the end of this recording was
Senator Johnson.
Allegedly.
Well, you can play it.
No, I'm not going to play it. Hold on with it, man.
Senator Johnson insulting a senior lawmaker of my district.
You know how embarrassed we were when we ended this audio.
No,
so I'm just asking you whether it was directed at
my
representative
on Rokagon. You know, the senator should have respect for his colleague, man. For heaven's sake. You see the young man calling Pape, showing respect. Look, what else you want from the child when the child show you all the respect? What else you want? Amen. That should be something that play on your conscience.
So nationally, let's leave Nema politics a little bit. What are your chances? The CDC. I hear you bragging about winning Nimba for oh my God. So yeah. So how is the CDC campaign so far? You're an integral part of it.
The campaign is going fine, and all I can say, we will have a resounding first round victory because of the deliverables, our achievement over the past 5 or 6 years. We can clearly say that we got good standing in Nema. Yes, I'm on the national scene, but I have oversight in Nema with the team we put together in Nema, headed by the Honorable Regina Mann and the campaign manager, Honorable be Mike Bluon and the rest of the guys, they are all good guys. Rafael Bangura, Melvin Yellow, Wode Sewadona, the list goes on and on. And I can say to you, you know, we giving, you see, now, nobody is talking when the people say they're going for 10 days. And now they are perpetuating themselves over there. We don't get problem with them being there. Since they are interpreter, we will be in bed again. From Berege, when they leave district number 5, we'll be going district number 5. And we will go all over NEMA. We get our own strategy that we have deployed, and we know what we have put together. We gave us the result in NEMA. Mind you, we have done this before and we get result. You get what I'm saying? We have done this before and got result. I have said it before. In 2005, Senator Johnson won almost 67% of the vote in NEMA. In 2011, in 2017, he came down to 53%. So it means his popularity is diminishing. In 2005, Senator Johnson, I think he won with the highest legislative vote in Liberia. Is it so? In 2014, he came down to 37,000 from almost 100,000 in 2005. He came down to 37,000. It means that it will cut more than 60 or 70%. Now, you are talking about 2023. Just see the margin. Every time he is not going up, he is coming down. For me, every time I'm going to a positive, my number is going up. You get what I'm saying? My number is going up. So for him, instead of his number going up, it keeps dropping. Because when the people are confident and you betray the trust and confidence, then you no longer enjoy the confidence of the people. You no longer enjoy it. And what we have believed is that the new way for leaders, where we will have mutual respect for each other in NEMA, where when we see one of us going wrong, we say, my man, they want you doing now good. For the sake of our people, I can tell you the way for change that is taking place in NEMA will be actualized on October 10th. And it will be surprising to y'all. Let me tell you, Chris, when you listen to all of the conversation on their campaign trail, only one name they attack me. And it's surprising to me. I don't know what kind of strategy is that. Garrison, you do sound about people, but you attacking. It tell you that I'm a serious threat to them. And not just me, the group that we get, the young people that we are put together, that we are working with, they are serious. So you cannot easily tackle our defense. Our defense is solid. It is very, very solid. And to break that defense, then you need or Cristiano Ronaldo that I support. You need Messi that I don't support, even though to help you to penetrate that defense. But that defense is solid. So
your defense are weak.
Our defense is very solid. And Chris, I'm going on my farm. I will be there for 1 month, and I will be interacting with our people. We'll be swallowing our GB. And we enjoy ourselves there with our Laguna and all those stuff in NEMA. So I think big about that.
So you have an oversight over NEMA on the CDC campaign, and you are about to leave for NEMA for 1 month. How are you leaving the governance commission? Did you take
leave for absent and the executive director then running the place? So that is not important right now. What I will focus on is that the task. I mean, tell you, you see, generational change. It does not come easy. It requires sacrifices and everything. You got to put your all into it. You see, in Liberia, people, maybe most of the young people don't read history. Maybe they don't follow it. When Joseph Joachim Robert was elected the first president of this country, you were in your 30s. You're not in your 40s. So leadership, when young people stand up and say, we are tired, don't overlook it.
But after 30 years old is equivalent to 70 years now in terms of understanding.
Intellect. Why you say that? Huh? You know what it means? In those days, you talk right now. In high school, the children are doing well. Some of the things they are learning in high school, the poor now used to learn in those days. So don't say that.
Okay.
What is an issue is there are some people who are not putting themselves to learn. You get what I'm saying? But the material there, if you look at the curriculum now, is well improved in advance than the time you're talking about. But the question is, are they willing to learn? That's the issue. I mean, tell you what I can do to my husband, my daughter, Princess, you say, Daddy, I want that to go ready and bring it. When she I would say give me 1,500 words. She will get very visual ready, and we'll go over it. I will send her back. She will do it 5 times. It meet the requirement that I think I can accept it. So you got to install certain discipline in the children.
That's a wonderful way to get them busy.
I can tell you. Look, my only son that is in high school now is my. Maybe because I can't say born, so I can't tell you say.
You say your last.
I can't say my last. But the one I named after me, Garrison Dodo, you do the third. He's the one thing in 2nd grade now. So all the other rest, they are all in college. Okay. You understand? Because in my life, I feel that that's the only best thing I can give my children. I told them, I said, look, you got nothing that I can give you the education. If you don't take your education serious, don't blame me. Why I get here, I'm married to my ticket, I go to my way, I say for you, I go to the church. You get all get provided to the church, you better people get it today. Well, you can't get all my provided to the church too. I'm a member of the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church. I can give it to them. There's no issue with it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So the only thing I have to give them is education. But I can tell you today, the district 4 you see, what you see, the reason Senator Johnson and Senator Cohn spend more time in District 4 because District 4 is divided into two or three settlements. They get the Ball, they get the Lausanne, and they get the Trois River. The Trois River is a larger portion of District number 4. And I'm from the Trois River, and there's where you see the Dodo movement is very strong in District 3 and 4. You get what I'm saying? Then the Orokagon is from Ball. No matter what you do, nobody can win the vote from Orokagon in Ball. He's very strong there. Then Honorable Roland Duo is from the Lausanne region. So you see the 3 sectors in District 4. We are covered there. When you go to our garrison, you come to Lausanne, Roland Duo. You go to Ball, you get it on Rokagon. Who can win us there? Then you go to my base, my mother home Campley, District number 3. I'm very, very strong there. So I can tell you here, Chris, all of these things people say on the radio, say this and say that, it's important. But when I came here in 2019, in the beginning of 2020, people said you cannot win one electoral district and this and that. Like what you would do in senatorial election. You understand? And people who have money could not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could not.
With time fast, let's take a few calls.
Your time I know.
Yeah,
I know
you came. You're 15 minutes late.
Yeah, but I came 15 minutes late, and you went 22 minutes. So you
15 minutes late,
not 8 minutes from there. So you have. I think before you go to your course, I already appreciate where you have already 2 hours, and then we.
Yeah, but Chief, you have to attend arranged appearance.
Happy man. I was brother.
This is the 3rd day we've been running.
I almost gave up now.
Oh, I didn't matter. He said, but he told me you're going to be here today. So I said, you call Chris and I'll call you now. Your line was busy though.
Yeah, so when I'm here, I don't take. So we take at least 4 calls. The first one is on Magdalene. Please take that first call. Okay. And let's hear you, caller. Hello.
Okay.
And so I would like to advise people in my county and every like the claim and counter claim accusation and counter accusation need to desist from it because this counter and party aspect once Liberia election and this Liberia there are 2 parties we can find 2 parties Democrat. So we have the NPR district which people have gone, but Liberia still remain and the Liberians still. So we should love one another and from this counter.
Okay.
Let's work together. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, sir. Thanks for placing your call. Hello. Yes, sir.
Yes, my name is Rudency. I want to talk to your student. I see he's saying how strong he is in District 4. And we, for the record's sake, previously he's in the first time he won the representative seat, and after he added, he win the part. He contested it, and he contested for the senatorial race, and did not make it. Did not even emerge as second to the winner. So to come, he just driving me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take the second to the last.
Okay. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. On the praising? Are you in the praising? Wow. What's that? What's her name again? Okay, Bisa, I will place a call to you. I want to find a few things from you later on. All right.
Okay, so the last caller is on. You got the last caller?
Yeah, who be the last caller?
Okay. So
I mean,
all two false country.
yeah, let me go. Yeah, hello.
You have to be swift. Time is fast.
Okay, yeah, Prince, hold on a little bit. Just be on the line. Prince will finish quick and then I'll take you. I mean, you go. Yeah, Prince, go ahead.
Thank you. Thanks for giving me let me just like everything that is unfair by the breaking that one of your colleagues said is on Johnson that taking on a level that Johnson was
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Is that person still on the line?
Yeah.
Okay, the last caller, let's hear you.
Yeah, Aaron calling a call from Central Maternity.
Yes.
Listen, thank you for your studio guest, but this is the confrontation. So somebody raise your hand and pamper you politically, you won. If they now raise your hand, you lose. Can you be more than this person, powerful than this person? And another issue, we agree that even the iron can wear away. So Senator Johnson is wearing away gradually. The next generation will take over. As we speak, Senator Johnson will win the election, and whosoever you support will be the victor for the day. This lawmaker, former lawmaker,
You gotta be very, very swift.
To see this lawmaker saying that he cannot he has avoided himself from being a governor commissioner. So campaign openly that the left soil that was campaign. So that was a precedent. If you commit murder, one of the party will not prosecute for the foreign dispensation, and the government decided to prosecute when you go to court because precedent was set. Is that a law school that you were taught?
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, I will start with the very last guy. Let me say to you, unfortunately for you, I would have loved to have time for you to discuss the nitty-gritty of the issue about my current position. And what people have failed to do in this country is to challenge the law. And most of you young people don't read, I can tell you. Unity Party just benefited from the right of association when the Supreme Court ruled and said that no statute that is in contravention of the Constitution will survive. The Constitution take control. And I have a right. So if you think that my right on the statute or on the Constitution can be hampered by a statute, then go to the court, let the court interpret it. For say, let me say to you, people don't know people. I was born in politics. My grandfather established Beleghe Sanctuary District. Senator Johnson asked me to support him in 2011 after I had founded the Global Youth Initiative working in NEMA. And we faced a serious challenge from Honorable, the late Joy Dokene. So when you say I won massively, you don't understand. The election between me and Honorable Kagon, the first thing for you to understand is that as your senator, he took Honorable Kagon to Berkeley. I beat them there. In talking to God, I beat them. Everywhere in Toronto, in talking, I beat them. Okagon won the election not because of Senator Johnson, because of his people involved supported him massively. And the difference between Okagon and myself was just 100 votes, a little over 100 votes, according to what NEP posted. But you know that case was challenged and went to Supreme Court. And right in the same studio, Senator Johnson said, I will never be served justice as long as he late and he get the political power supporting him. Now, it's the one big difference that is between Senator Johnson and myself in the past. He always tell the people, say, I get the power to be behind me. And now this time around, he does not get the power. So he will not intimidate any of us. If you think that, you say, I went in the race. You said, Senator Johnson said, I will not get 2,000 votes. I want to go over 16,000, 17,000 votes. They have to campaign for 2 weeks in Nima. People who campaign for all those 3-4 months, they could not get that vote. So if you sit down and think that Senator Johnson record of the past is the same today, then I tell you no. Let me tell you the second increase. In 2017, we organized ourselves in Nima and we were able to, because Oronunkwe was my political leader and he was going as a vice running mate to Ambassador Bouaka at that time. We were able to get over 39,000 votes for Ambassador Bouaka in the first round. So if you think we can get that figure for him, we can do the same thing for President Weah. We will get more than that. I can tell you, and I say here, mark my word today, we will get more than 40% of the vote in Nima for President Weah. And we are supposed to win them in Nima. With the work we're doing and everything we're doing in Nima, trust me, I'm not boasting, but I'm a grassroots politician. I let my work to come and speak for itself at the end. When people to say Garrison could not win representative district, but when you were doing senatorial election, you saw it. With all the heavyweight in the senatorial election, what happened? They I came there in the election without funding. I was the only person who never had funding. But I came there. I told you I left from 5,000. The Gill Belt, what we're talking about today, Western Senator Johnson having huge vote. That way I swept the vote. So when you sit here and say you call yourself CEO, you call yourself the other person, I'm not bragging. But what I can tell you is a way for change that is taking place in Nima. And on the basis of that, I will change the revolution we have launched. We are a freedom fighter for Nima to be liberated, for Nima to be free, to have an equilibrium in the country, so that nobody will be bigger than our country, because my grandfather fought for this country. Yeah. Okay. My grandfather, from my pastor, they all fought for the country called Nima. So there is no way you can say I would assert Garrison from the country called Nima. It's not possible.
All right. Thank you so much, Garrison Yellow of Nima County.
And Craig, people always need to come and indoor there. At least when you say Gary, yeah, I want maybe to be good. When you go Nima, the only thing they poke and call is say door there. But yeah, door there.
What's the meaning of it?
Go to Monyon, will tell you what it means.
Okay. All right, let's see what we can make it at tomorrow. And this is State of the Nation. We're signing off this afternoon with Garrison Dode Yellow trying to give defensive of his character on the accusation that he was part and parcel of the fracas that led to the death of a young Nibayan, and which is not good for us. So we hear tomorrow. Tomorrow is a legislative debate from district number 3. Before we sign off, this is what Samuel Jackson says about the CCTV fracas or scenario at the Rabat International Airport. I speak in my capacity, the private capacity. I speak in my private capacity. The release of a private video taken by an individual or a purported CCTV camera of Ambassador Joe Bouaka going through boarding procedures at RIA is anathema to passengers' privacy rights and is undemocratic. Anathema is an English word meaning dislike. Okay, I am 70 years old and have problems walking straight from lymphedema in my legs due to cancer, but I'm sharp as a Bennett. The video is not representative of my candidate, George Weah, who has been vigorously campaigning in the rings and around the country to demonstrate that he deserves another 6-year term. President Weah's stellar record is more than enough to make the sagacious voters of Liberia overwhelmingly vote him for another 6-year term on the first ballot. The release of the video can only distract from that, and all well-intentioned Liberians should condemn it. Travel out of the country is a right of movement and should not be subjected to petty politics, as this could open a Pandora box of knowing traveling companions, that is, concubines, business partners, etc., etc. Signed Elder Samuel P. Jackson, one of the architects of the Accra Comprehensive Peace Accord and originator of multi-party democracy, discipline of Diho Twe and Bacchus Matthew. Samuel P. Jackson sent in that one. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about that to see how far the investigation has gone. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is State of the Nation. See you on tomorrow.